Hey guys, happy you could join me again today for our flight. We're going to do some circuits here at Inverness. Runway 23, right hand circuits. Do a couple touch and goes and then we'll break off from downwind, head north. Do a couple stalls, a couple slow flight turns, so that'll be exciting. We're going to ignore the checklists and the walk around today. Get up in the air and get going. Oh, alright. Let's get to her. There's our beautiful DA62 out there, where we left her yesterday. I really like this scenery, UK 2000 scenery for Flight Simulator. It's really good scenery. So it's actually, I think it's better than the Sunborough scenery. Alright, up on our step here, and in our airplane we go. Okay, we can go ahead and turn off that controller there. Go ahead, turn on our cockpit camera. Alright, so we'll go ahead here. So, alternator's on, master on, strobe and nav on. Go ahead, make sure our fuel selectors are on. Those are on. And we can go to left engine, warm that up, warm up the glow. From the left. Go ahead, clear prop. Start that engine up. Oil pressure gaining. Go ahead, right engine. Start that engine up there. Oil pressure building. Alright, looking good. Yes, our parking brake is on. Trim is set. Alright. Avionics can go on. Taxi lights, pitot heat. Dial in our frequencies here. 122.8. There's no VATSIM traffic controllers on up here right now, so we'll just be making our ghost calls if any other pilots are on there. So 2.8 will warm the motor up, engines up. So sorry. Go ahead. We don't need to set this. Just zoom in on our range here. EGPE 1 mile. Okay, we'll set our QNH and our altitude here. So, what are we reading here? METAR reads. Okay, 1024. 1024. So 1024. Runway heading here at Inverness for runway 23 is 231. So go ahead and set that in there. And we'll go ahead and set our altitude. We filed our flight plan for 3,000. Should be plenty of height for stalls, whatever else. Okay, so that all looks good. Our transponder. Go on, 7,000. Verify it on the SciTech. And we can go ahead and set our... that message is the pitot heat 1085 for... I believe it's 1085 for Inverness here. Yep, there we are. 185. Alright. So, got our taxi lights on. We're ready to taxi to the runway, so we'll make our call. Let the radio clear up, give it 5 seconds here. Inverness traffic, Charlie Juliet Sierra Victor Romeo is type Diamond Twin, taxiing to runway 23 via Echo, runway 11. So we can go ahead and get going. Parking brake comes off. Throttle up. Put in some right rudder to turn us. Watch out for that wing on the pole there. That wing on that jet there. Okay, so we go ahead and taxi to the runway. That seems like a decent day out here. Good day for some flight training anyway. Not sure where to go next. I have I have Dundee Airport downloaded, and I have OBAN, Echo Golf, Echo Oscar, from one's from the marketplace, the other one is from flightsim.to. I got OBAN from, so I want to check out both of those. However, there's no passengers coming from here to any of those airports, so tomorrow we may fly an empty plane down to one of those. There's our fire training jet. So that'll be pretty neat to check out those airports. Give you guys a 3D tour. That pitot heat's very annoying. We'll turn that off. You know, we could probably do an intersection takeoff for super light. How about it? Take off from the intersection of 29 and runway 23 instead of backtracking to 23 all the way back. We don't need the whole runway. We've got plenty of power and no weight, so. Then we'll do 2 right-hand circuits, and then, like I said, we'll bust off downwind, go north, do a couple stalls, power off, power on, and a couple slow flight turns. Come back and maybe join base for runway 23. So. Iverness traffic, Charlie Victor Romeo, taking off runway 23 from the intersection of runway 29. Iverness traffic. So kind of set a rolling takeoff, so do a gust check. Gas is good, undercarriage is down, switches, pumps can go on. We don't need no flaps. Landing lights go on. Go ahead and take off here. Actually, we probably could have used takeoff flaps, but yeah, we'll get enough speed before the end of the runway there. Guess what, guys? I forgot to set my CDI and my heading for the circuit, so that's okay. I'll rotate, tap the brakes, gear can come up, positive rate, and we can throttle back here. 500 feet, pumps will come off, landing lights can come off. So 400 and we'll make our turn as well. So there's our 500 feet. Throttle back, make our turn. Gust check, gas is good, undercarriage is up, switches, pumps can come off, landing lights can go off. And we'll turn to our crosswind here. Keep gaining till we get 1,000. Set that bug right where we want her. This is VFR flying, so all our cues are horizon and landmarks out the window. So there's our 1,000. We're speeding up here too much. Go ahead and turn downwind. We don't need no more altitude, so slow her down and get down there. And what do you do when you're mid-downwind? You call the traffic and let them know that you're mid-downwind. The assigned runway. Traffic orientation. So there's our runway 23 down there, runway 05. See if we can quickly set the CDI while we're on downwind here. Okay. Go ahead and set our heading. Somewhere there. Iverness traffic, Charlie Victor Romeo's mid downwind, runway 23 right traffic, touch and go. Lets anyone know that we're touch and go for runway 23. Okay, we're coming near the end of our downwind here, so still going a bit fast, so we'll slow her down a bit more. Start chopping height. Do a gust check, gas is good, undercarriage can come down, switches, pumps can go on, landing lights can go on. We'll do takeoff flaps for this landing, and our next one we'll do full. So the runway's gone, so we can make our turn, make our base turn. Go right 20 degrees there, and we'll bug it out there with the heading bug. See anything here? Not yet. Good speed, good height. There's the runway there. Okay. We don't want to go too far down. We'll be about 500 on final, so it's looking good. We can drop some flaps. So yeah, we'll do takeoff flaps for this landing. So we got that set right. Takeoff. Okay. Go ahead and turn final. Iverness traffic, Charlie Victor Romeo, turning final, runway 23, right traffic, touch go. Slow her down even a little bit more there. There's our final. We're not too far out on this one. Bit high, so gain our speeds coming. There's 1 red, 3 white. And
500.
See the localizer lining up there on the CDI. 2 white, 2 red, right on track. Quick gust check here. Gas is good. Undercarriage is down. Pumps are on. Flaps are set. Landing lights are on. POE can go on as well. Okay, our 3 red are a little low here. Apparently I talk like a feminine voice, so maybe I'll use my masculine voice. No. Just kidding. Okay, here's our final. For our first touch and go here. What do we got for time? 12:47. Good, good. Oh, a little high. What are we doing here? There we go. Go, go. 2 red, 2 white. Right on track there again. And line up the center. Chop the power back. Go. And we're down there. Nose is down. Oh, let's try to line up the center here. Throttle back up. Back up to rotate speed there. And we're off again. Okay. There you go. The CDI is lining up there. So tap the brakes, positive rate, gear can come up. And remember, we got the flaps set, so we're gonna bring those up right now. Gust check, gas is good, undercarriage is up, switches. Flaps are off, and we can pull back on our throttle, gain 500, switches, pumps are off, landing lights come off. Make our right turn here, 20 degrees, and our bug will be behind us on the CDI there. So. And we're right up to 1,000, then we can turn downwind. There's the edge of the airport there. Okay. So we're on 980, 1,000. Go ahead. Level there and turn downwind for second circuit here. Whoop! That's a bit too much height. What we're doing there. Distracted. Okay, it's okay. We're 150 above. That's alright. Going a little fast again. Speed. That's why we got that height there. A little fast. We're a little further out on this one. Okay, let's straighten out there. Slow this bird down. Alright. Oh, keep our height around 1,000. This will work well. So there we are. Now we're about mid downwind. Iverness traffic, Charlie Victor Romeo is mid downwind. Runway 23. Right traffic. Touch and go. Know that we're doing another touch and go here. There's our speed. I want it. Yeah, the CDI is a little out of whack there. We're not following right on the green. It's okay. A little further out, so this will push us a little further in. Kind of correct us here. Okay, we can go ahead and make our base turn now. Before we do that, we do our gust check. Gas is good. Undercarriage can come down. Switches, pumps can go on. Landing lights can go on, and go ahead and make our base turn for runway 23. Right when we're on base, we'll drop flaps. So where we are here. Nice critical phases of flight, which is good. Nothing like doing VFR traffic circuits. It's one of the best training exercises, really. Go ahead, set our takeoff flaps. We'll just put them full down. Nose will come up naturally. See the edge of the runway there. Speed will drop down with the extra drag. They're 660 foot. Okay, so our speed's looking good. Let's give us a higher stalling point too with the flaps. Let's go ahead and turn final. Iverness traffic, Charlie Victor Romeo, turning final, runway 23, right traffic, touch and go. See the runway lights there. See if we can get right on final. Look at our airspeed there. Approaching slow flight for this baby. Nice and slow.
500.
There's our 500 warning. There we go. That turned out to be a pretty good circuit there. Lining up for final anyway. A little left rudder to center us. We're a little low on the final. No big deal. Just pull that nose up a bit here. There we are. Watch that speed. Got full flaps and we're approaching a slow flight situation here. So. And now we're a little high, so put some trim into it so we don't drop too rapidly there. Our speed's looking great. Right now we can pretty much do anything with that speed, our height right now. So. Good, good. There we go. Get our flare ready. Chopper power, get our flare. There, beautiful. Okay, so full power. Remember, we got full flaps here, so can be in a critical phase right here when we pull up. And rotate. Off we go again. So, positive rate, tap our brakes, gear can come up. That'll warn us because we're slow. That'll definitely warn us.
Check gear.
Yeah, should be freaking about to check gear, so that's okay.
Check
go ahead and put
gear.
1 degree of flaps up. You want to be mindful about this, about your flaps. You don't want to dump them right away. Put them up right away. That nose can pitch right down and scare the heck out of you. So there we are. We can go ahead and pull back. Our flaps are fully up. Make our right turn. Do a gust check. Gas is good. Undercarriage is up. Switches. Pumps can go off. Landing lights can go off. Here we are. Whoa. Messing with the rudder there a little bit too much. Here on the crosswind. Time's looking good. 12:54. And we're almost at our traffic circuit height. So mid downwind, we'll cut north. Following that reciprocal there is a bit challenging. So go ahead and turn downwind now. So looks like we're ascending turning. Don't want that. Still at traffic height. Bust off there. Turning into a descending turn. Okay, and roll out on that heading. There we go. Whoop. Drop the speed a little. Iverness traffic, Charlie Victor Romeo, departing north, mid downwind. Some flight training north of the airport. Iverness traffic. Okay, so we can go ahead and put the bug behind us. Mid downwind. We can go ahead and put some power in here. Get some height, gain some altitude so we can get up to a safe altitude to practice some stalls. Haven't practiced stalls too much in the DA62. Doesn't stall well, which is good, I guess. Oh, Iverness behind us. We're headed north. Climbing. Get up to 3,000. full power climb, why not? Push those twins high. There's our warning for 3,000 foot. Come on, baby, 15 degrees. There we go. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. PAT power, altitude trim, attitude trim, sorry. Power back. Attitude naturally drops. Oh, a bit too much there. Probably want to go a little higher, 5,000, but we'll do 3,000. Real life, probably want to do 5,000. So. Okay, so let's do a stall here. So what do you do to prep a stall? Gust check, S is good, undercarriage is up, switches. Go ahead and turn on the fuel pumps in case anything happens. And our landing lights will turn those on as well. Okay, so how do we do a stall? Okay, power all the way back. Hold that out. Hold that attitude.
Check gear.
Right to our stall. Just pull that stick back.
Check gear.
See how well it stalls and flights. I know in X-Plane you get a good stall out
Check
of
gear.
DA just doesn't stall well. It's not a good, well stalling plane.
Check
There's our stall
gear.
warning sound. There we go. Stick
Check
is fully
gear.
back. It kind of just floats down. So power on. Whoa! Pull that nose back. That was a bit much for that. So you can see we lost 400 foot there. Get back up to 3,000. Trim ourselves properly up. And power attitude 3,000 there. Sorry, did I say 4,000? 3,000. See, I had way too much nose down there. That was too much. So I'll do a power on stall. So a power on stall. Full power. Pull that nose all the way up, 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 up. Watch our speed come off. We're going to gain height here, and then we're going to lose it. So let's try and keep her centered with the rudder.
Engaging autopilot.
Look at that. The autopilot takes over. Try and get you out of the stall. There's our power on stall. We're still climbing.
Engaging autopilot.
Autopilot's coming on, trying to correct. See, I got the stick all the way back. USP active. Okay. So how do you get out of a power on? Just let the nose come down a little bit. Power back correctly. Just let that nose come down a little bit there. Keep yourself centered with the rudder. Power back properly. There we go. That's how I get out of them anyways. So. Adjust our trim now because we're way out of trim. So we didn't really lose any height, and the autopilot kind of takes control when you're stalling like that. So I'd never let go of the stick though. So anyways, we'll descend back to our 3,000. Turn around here. Do some slow flight turns. 500,000. Altitude autopilot's really annoying to say the least. Back to our 3,000 here. Don't upset the check gear lady.
Check gear. Check gear.
Power, attitude, trim your plane down.
Check gear.
Let's get to the correct attitude you want there. So 31 3,000. There we go. Okay, so we'll do a 180-degree turn back toward Inverness. Oh, watch our height there. Pull up here in that turn. Constant heading. Constant turn there. Try not to lose too much altitude. And we'll roll out here. So nice and easy. Nice and easy there. There's our Iverness there on the target, I believe. Okay. So we lost 300 feet there, so let's get that back. Go ahead and turn off our pumps. Our Alt's on. Very, very annoying. Turn off our landing lights. Same tune that for the stall. Should have got that off afterward. Okay, so there we are at our 3,000 feet again. Now let's slow her down to what, about 80 knots. Go ahead and put on 1 degree of flaps. Help us slow down. Hold that altitude, we don't want to be descending. Nose will come up. Drop the throttle too much, the computer starts to get mad at us. That's okay. Some views out the window here. Drop it.
Check gear.
What did I say? 80 knots, yeah. See the nose is pitched up. Let's go ahead and do a 180-degree turn. Whoop. Keep her around 80 knots. Add some power if you have to. It's tricky to add the power and watch the altitude. Keep it all at once. But you can see how we can turn almost on a dime, right? Get the idea. So, well, yeah, we got too much power on, going up into the 90s. Keeping a steady turn rate though. I remember learning this in flight school. In little Cessnas, a little different. So you're dropping height too. So tricky in a sim to do this. We're past 180 there. Oh, let's get back to her. 180 degrees. Okay, so yeah, I lost a bit too much height in that. Regain our height, lose our speed there, so we can make a right turn back to toward Inverness. Okay, so here we go. We'll put it right up to there we go. See there, look at that. You can turn on a dime, set it up properly. Lose height or nothing, you just turn the airplane. Right back there we go. Okay, let's head back to Iverness for land there and recoup what we've done today. So yeah, I definitely need practice in all those areas, as you can see. We'll come down to 2,000. Flaps back up. Pumps are off. Gust check. Gas is good. Undercarriage is up. Switches. Pumps are off. Flaps are up.
Check gear.
Can you hear the check gear lady?
Check
See Iverness
gear.
out there. Now we might as well join base.
Check gear.
Joining downwind for our final.
Check
Join
gear.
right base for runway 23.
Check gear.
Here's our 2,000 feet. So I didn't know how sensitive the autopilot is in this plane, and it is. It tries to take control of the stall, which is good. Yeah, so you've seen a power off and a power on. Power off, I pushed the nose too far forward. Let's keep our 2,000 there till we're 7.9, so okay. Yeah, I pushed it too far forward. You can tell it went way down. That's okay, that got the speed back, and then you pull it back up. Very exciting to do in real life. I remember stall training in a 172 years ago. That was probably some of the best flying. That was many, many moons ago. Let's keep a constant 2,000 feet here. Speed's looking okay. VFR hand flying, some of the best flying.
So again, I was told that I got a feminine voice when I do my recordings. I think it's just my mic voice, so how does this sound? Does this sound more masculine?
Yeah, just kidding, you guys. Voice sounds different on recording. It always has. But oh, what do you do, eh? Oh, there we are, 2016. So we're what? Let's see. Our DME is 5 miles, 5.7, 6. Iverness traffic, Charlie Victor Romeo, 5 miles north. Inbound, visual runway 23. Join base. We'll report base for runway 23. Iverness traffic. So we can come down now to 1,000 foot. Wide and set flaps. 1 degree there. Slow us down. We're right at the top of the flap. Safe flap setting there. So. There we go. You can see the airport there. Heading is a little off. It's okay. Trim this baby down. She just wants to nose on up. The hand's getting stiff. Been on the controls too hard here. So. So get a little closer here on the shoreline so we can join right up there on base. 1500. Doesn't look like there's anyone else out there, so it's okay. Ardesir? You gotta bear with me with the pronunciation of some of these names. Maybe one day I'll get it. We're 120 knots. I don't want to slow down too much or get that. Okay, so 2 miles. If we turn to our heading book here, it should be right on base. We'll call base. Iverness traffic, Charlie Victor Romeo on base, runway 23, visual, right traffic, full stop. Iverness traffic. Go ahead, drop the gear, gust check, gas is good, undercarriage is down, pumps can come on, landing lights can come on. We have 1 degree of flaps. height's looking good. Don't want to be any less than 500 on final. Speed's coming down. So we'll go ahead and turn final. Iverness traffic, Charlie Victor Romeo, turning final, runway 23, right traffic, full stop. Okay. Slow flight again. That was a bit tighter base than our traffic circuits. It's okay.
500.
Go ahead and full flaps, gust check, yes is good, undercarriage is down, switches, pumps are on, landing lights are on, and flaps are full. We got one red, two red, two red, two white. So the wind saying 8 headwind and 9 crosswind, okay. Speed's looking really good. Another slow flight phase here. Critical periods of flight. So. Okay. Like this. Ready for our flare. Drop the power. Flare. There we go. Whoa! Pushing us around there at the crosswind. And flaps can go up. Pumps can go off. Torpedo can go off before it throws its air. Alright. And we'll taxi back to our parking spot. Iverness traffic, Charlie Victor Romeo is clear of the active taxiing to parking via runway 29er and taxiway Echo. Iverness traffic. Okay, there we go. So that was, what do you guys think of that? That was a little different than what we're used to. And I know I definitely need to look up some of my training, but it is a flight sim, and you get the gist of how to do these things. And it's a lot harder in the sim to, honestly, it's a lot harder to maintain control because the sensations in the VFR flying, it's hard to get them, I guess is the right word. You know, in the turns, and you don't know if you're climbing or descending, and in the sim you can only know by your instruments, your horizon, whatnot. So it's all fun anyway. I did want to fly down to Edinburgh. I did start a flight and fly down that way. The sim did crash, so video is non-existent. So I decided to do some of this stuff today here with you guys. I'll park right over here.
And I apologize for my feminine voice.
And there we go. It's kind of where we were. Go ahead and set our parking brake. Put our engines up to 10% for seconds. Turn off electrical consumers. Put our engines back down. So our strobe, taxi. Turn off our avionics. Go ahead and kill our right engine. Gauges come down, our left engine. Gauges also come down there. Go ahead and nav light can come off. Master can go off. Alternators off. I can go ahead and hop out of the airplane here. Right. So you get out, you tie the airplane down, you would get back in, turn off the parking brake, chalk the wheels, of course. Alright, so what do you guys think of that flight? Like, subscribe, looking for 10 subscribers, and I'll show you a video of my flight simulator here, the hardware computer tour of my sim pit. So, and I want to do lightning airdrops stay tuned. Once I get to 10 subs, I'll do that. Then 100 subs, I will buy a new piece of hardware. If I ever get that far. 100 subs, that's a lot of subs. 1,000 subs, well, that might be a exciting thing, but... Right, so what do you guys think of that video? Good, bad? Need more flight training? Well, sure, but we are in a sim, so let's sit down here. Where we were when we started. Still a beautiful day at Inverness here. Loving the scenery, the UK 2000 scenery. It's good scenery. These guys are still here. Not sure what they're talking about. Alright guys, like, subscribe. Have a great day. Stay tuned for more. I'll be shooting videos probably every day. Thank you all and have a great, great day. Happy Easter to everybody.